Okay, perfect. We're recording. I'm not gonna lie. This conversation might be a really, really good one, just based on the title of the video alone. So let's go ahead. Let's get started. Y'all know what time it is. Let's go. Right here in the small box. Welcome back to Single Seater Reactions, only on the Flex My Network. I'm Flex. Welcome back to the channel. Listen, RayDaniels is always gonna be one of the ones that I'm gonna always sit down and listen to his videos because he has a lot to say. And he has a lot of knowledge and a lot of info on a lot of things that goes on in the music industry. If you're not watching him, I highly recommend that you do watch him. This little Canadian right here, right here in the small box, this Canadian right here is tapped in, bro. I'm paying attention. I'm listening. The title alone, I'm like, we're going to have a good conversation today. So tap in with me. Look, this is what the title of the video says. It says, Why We Lost Control of Our Culture. RayDaniels speaks on labels, politics, and self-sabotage. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the reaction. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop my videos or when I'm live, like right now. And with that being said, let's get started, bro. Let's get started. This might be good. This might be really good. Let's do this.
Here's the thing. When you don't have someone in these rooms, when they're making these decisions, then you're going to have situations like this. So it's like, because we wanted the label, the check, the entrepreneurship, we wanted to be the man. Nobody wanted to be the guy behind the desk helping the man. That guy wasn't our color, and he still ain't, and he won't be. Because we were, instead of trying to be the Leor or the Craig Cowmans of the world, we wanted to be the Puff and the Jay-Z's of the world. Now, Jay-Z...
And y'all see how that's going. Don't be the Puff and don't be the Jay-Z's. Everybody has their own role to play in this game called life. Same thing when it comes to a business. Everybody has their own role to play. If everybody wants to be out there to be the leader, I'm sorry. You're going to be the leader of nothing. This is something I've spoke about on this channel too. When it comes to like me and working with other content creators. I'm willing to take that back seat. I will happily take that back seat. We already know when we're here, I'm in a single seat. I'm front and center, front row in a small box right here. You know? But I know what time it is when I go somewhere else or when I go to work with other people. A lot of the times, I'm not that leader, and I'm fine. Because I'm with somebody that I can put my trust in to be that leader. So we can grow and develop and be great. That's why when you see me with House of Laughter, I'm always going to be in the background. I'm going to be in the background. I'm going to be there. I'm not going to be right beside him. He might have other people that is going to be beside him. I'm going to be in the background right there. I'm still supporting. I'm still down for the cause. I'm still ready to work. I'm still putting that work. That's what I'm willing to do. But all these other, that's what I'm saying when it comes to Canada too. We have all these people that develop their own avenues and it's not going anywhere. You have all these leaders and nobody's really doing anything, going anywhere, and they go around boast about their nonsense, talking about this is what I did, but it doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't mean nothing. I'm telling you, this is going to be a good convo.
Won't be. Because we were, instead of trying to be the Leor or the Craig Cowmans of the world, we wanted to be the Puff and the Jay-Z's of the world. Now, Jay-Z is actually building Rock Nation up to be an extreme powerhouse, so he did it, but look what he did that Puff didn't do. Puff could have just turned Bad Boy into a lifestyle company where it was liquor, it was this. Everything is Rock Nation. Duce, Rock Nation. Ace of Spades, Rock Nation. Management, Rock Nation. Publishing, Rock Nation. Everything is him. So he's able to attach himself to that, and because it's him, it becomes bigger, to the point where you had Tory Lanez's dad out saying, Rock Nation. That's how powerful they believe this man is. Man, they got a legal how powerful his company is. So Jay-Z did it, but I think he's probably one of the only rare people who did it and didn't sell. Key. He didn't sell. So Jay-Z still owns a huge part of the culture, and I think in his mind he might give it to his kids, whatever it is, however that goes. But he didn't sell. Right? So look at it that standpoint. So look at the main companies. Warner. Warner was started by Jack Warner. Right? Like Atlantic was started by Ahmed Erdogan. Like these are regular men. These are powerhouses in our culture now, but they were started by men just like us. They just survived. They never sold. They bought, they built, and they bought. So to me, we can't own our culture until we either are disciplined enough to say, I'm only gonna buy from who supports us, our culture, which I think is the real answer, right? Or You're just gonna keep having the same stuff.
So you saying that, right? It's like that old statement where they say the white man's ice is colder. Why? Like I always,
The white man ice is what?
it's a saying. They say the white man's ice is colder. It's a saying like that, and it's like on some shit. Like you could literally be telling somebody the same thing that a desk behind a suit behind the desk that don't look like you would say.
Trust.
And it'd be like,
America has made it so that no one trusts black people. The characters they play in the movies, all that stuff, to the point where it's just programmed.
Especially when it comes to, ooh, I like that. I'll back that up a little bit, but like when you watch the horror movies, who's the one? Remember, like, yo, it was a trend in horror movies. Who's the first one to go? Who's the first one to get eaten? Who's the first one to pass? Who's the first one to die? It was like a trend for years in horror movies. Whoever was black in that movie was the first to go. And they used that. They kind of used the black person dying in the movie in a sense like, oh, this is serious. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how twisted and backwards it is. Oh, we're gonna have a good time today.
America has made it so that no one trusts black people. The characters they play in the movies, all that stuff, to the point where it's just programming. Here's the crazy part. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't care how nobody feels. We like to blame the red states for the state of this, for the state of how black people live in America, right? Like,
now you're losing me for a second, but I'm sure you got a point. I'm not really into the whole political game. I don't know too much about the politics in America. Like I said, I'm just a little Canadian out here in Canada, right here in the small box, but let's see what you got.
The Republicans don't want it. We like to do that. To the point where if you wear a MAGA hat, you might as well just wear a KKK hat to how black people see it. I want you to stay there, right? We say what I say again. I want to make sure you heard I say it.
Yeah. White man's ice is colder. Red MAGA hat makes you feel it's a KKK.
No. The Republican side.
The Republican side.
Black people have been made to believe that the Republican side is against us and the Democratic side is for us. But the Democratic side is 95% of the people in Hollywood are Democrats. So who has done more damage to the image of the black man? The people in Hollywood who are Democrats that love blacks, they say, or the white people or the rednecks that we hate that say they're against us, that, oh boy, you don't belong around. Who's really doing more damage to us and our image? It ain't the white redneck, bro. It's the motherfuckers in Hollywood that don't believe.
You know what? You got a point, because yeah, you might have the rednecks and they're gonna say that they hate us, and that's, you know, that's fine and dandy, but Hollywood is promoting the hate. But they say they love. But through their projects, that's what I'm saying, the actions speak louder than the words. The projects are showing, yo, this ain't right. Y'all, to this day, y'all can never get no Jamaican right on screen. Just to throw that out there. But nah, you might got a point with that one. I'm not gonna lie. Now, remember, this is my own personal opinion, no doubt, of course. You're on the Flex in my network, so of course it's gonna be my own personal opinion. But listen, if you're here with me in the live chat right now, feel free to say something. Cause I'm speaking towards something that it's not necessarily my jurisdiction. However, the way he broke it down. Let me make that clear. The way he broke that down in that moment right now. Let me go back a little bit. That's the part I understand. So let me go back a little bit to the point where he broke it down to grab my attention. Cause I'm not familiar. But comparing rednecks to Hollywood, that's where you got me. So I want to make that clear.
That love blacks, they say, or the white people or the rednecks that we hate that say they're against us, that, oh boy, you don't belong around. Who's really doing more damage to us and our image? It ain't the white redneck, bro. It's the motherfuckers in Hollywood that don't believe that black stories matter. But those are the same people that campaign for Kamala and will call you racist. It's like, it's BS, bro. It's BS. That's why I want us to understand. Just because they telling us it's vegetables don't mean it ain't killing us.
Ooh! Let me stop. That's a bar. I need to hear that again. I need to hear that. That's a bar. I don't care about. I don't know y'all. I don't know what y'all think, but I ain't gonna lie. That was a bar.
in Hollywood that don't believe that black stories matter. But those are the same people that campaign for Kamala and will call you racist. It's like, it's BS, bro. It's BS. That's why I want us to understand. Just because they telling us it's vegetables don't mean it ain't killing us. So for me, I'm being honest with you. So for me, I think we should be blaming Hollywood more. Hollywood showed us a black man as a pimp. This is how black men walk. Oh, who you talking about, sucker? Like, Hollywood painted that picture of black men.
Yeah.
By the way, Hollywood doesn't even allow black men to be leaders in here. It's like, it's Hollywood. The same Hollywood that's out here campaigning for Obama because they love him. But
damn! I'm so sorry. My apologies.
They got us out there looking crazy in their movies and on their TV shows, don't want to give us positions where we can make ourselves look good enough so black people are proud of us. That's rare. That's rare.
I mean, they got rid of sitcoms. You know, the sitcoms were getting us right. Y'all know for a fact all of them black sitcoms from back in the day was getting us right. I know y'all remember A Different World. I remember, and I saw the statistics, A Different World. When that show was on air, at the peak of that show, the percent of individuals applying to HBCUs skyrocketed just off of that show alone, promoting education and the college life, navigating, surviving. Both the far left and the far right use each other to misshape the conscious independent mind. Yo, bro, that's a good point too, because when you think about it, when you look at, to your point that you said, you got the rednecks and you got Hollywood. I ain't gonna lie, both sides are doing damage to us, but one side is televising the damage. The other side is actually out there looking at the television and saying, oh, we can do that. You don't understand what I'm saying? Purge. Oh, this is crazy. This is, like I said, this is going to be a good conversation. Let's keep going. Let me back it up a little bit.
Look good enough so black people are proud of us. That's rare. That's rare. But those same motherfuckers that donate money to every Democrat thing and be like, I'm with y'all and Obama needs to win and that's all that shit. It's just, and they want the same thing, control. It's the same shit, bro. So that's why I act the way I act, because, dog, I have been hurt in my business by more people who were from other cultures for the sake of their culture. Wow. For the sake of their culture. I remember, I told this story before, I was blackballed because I didn't do a deal with a certain person. I called my Jewish lawyer and I said to him, hey brother, we need to let this person know that it wasn't me, it was her lawyer. He says, oh, her lawyer is a Jew. Okay, I don't care about that. So I'm not.
Why do you think Tyler Perry, and I know the TP was Tyler Perry, why do you think he built his own studio? Why do you think 50 Cent built his studio? Why do you think Cat Williams is considering building his own studio? Honestly, we need more studios like that. So you can change the narrative. The narrative have been set for years. It's about time we stand up and do something. That's why I'm a fan of this era. Even though it's dark. This era is really dark, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm still a fan of it because there's more potential to make more changes than any other era in this lifetime. Go look at the past eras. You can go a decade at a time. Look at each decade in the past, and then look at today's decade and look at the potential. There's so much high potential, but the difficulty is definitely just as high. That's the issue. But the brothers and sisters that are climbing towards the top are actually using the opportunity to actually make some change. And then you know what? I can't help but respect it.
If I throw him under the bus, he might get fired. I don't care. I'm blackballed. Jews don't do that to other Jews. I'm sorry. I got to call my rabbi if I want to do something like that. Before he can hurt someone that he's not even friends with. But he's a Jew, I can't hurt a Jew unless that's the energy we need as black folks. But they have made us.
Funny enough, my older brother sent me a reel on Instagram. And it's kind of like a comparison of the behaviors between black people and the individuals that he's talking about in this little segment, because I don't want to really say the word too much, because I know when you say the word, you're already getting enough hate when you say it, so I want to be very mindful of what I'm saying. But the comparison between the two and how they built their wealth and how they maintained their wealth, there's a lot of factors and there's a lot of practices that we can use from their side that we could apply to our own side. For example, one of the points that really stood out to me was at a celebration, at a wedding or something like that. Any kind of celebration, major celebration, wedding, birthday, milestone, graduation. Usually for us, if we had the funds, we would give a gift. Of course, it makes sense. Same thing around Christmas time, you would usually give a gift. But the comparison between the two was like, instead of giving you a gift, why don't I give you stock? Why don't I give you crypto? Why don't I give you something that can help you towards building more wealth so that you can pass that down? They're already practicing generational wealth so far that, and y'all heard me talk about it a lot, instead of the generational wealth, because they already built it. And mind you, one of their practices that they want to make sure that they pass down their wealth for the generation's generation. So not just for this generation, but the next generation and the generation after, and so on and so forth. That's what they're passing the wealth down for. But they've built their generational wealth so far to the point where they're passing down generational power. They're passing down CEO seats. They're gifting seats of companies. It's just an upgrade from the wealth that they shared with each other to the point where it upgraded to generational power. That's crazy. Even Adam Sandler, I agree with you on that one too. But there's a lot of, like, even if I had the funds to make those kind of adjustments and changes, I would do it in an instant, because it's more, it's protection. It's financial protection they're passing down as gifts. But you can get a Rolex, you can get a car, you can get a house. That's cool. But instead of giving you the end goal, they're giving you the facilities to get that end goal. Like I said, if I had the funds to make this kind of changes, or to at least educate and show, bro, I'm telling you, like, the reason why I want to be wealthy is to make sure that the wealth is not wasted, first of all. And second, it's like the possibilities of building or turning your family into an empire is something very, very incredible. And it's done through simple practices. Instead of racking your brain trying to figure out what I gotta get them for a gift, what I gotta give them for a gift. Yo, bro, cash, money, investments, stock, crypto. They're passing down stock. Like, you know what? That's enough free game, mind you. That's a lot of free game I just gave out, financially speaking. So let me go ahead and keep going. Like, bro, telling y'all this is gonna be a good convo.
I can't hurt a Jew unless that's the energy we need as black folks. But they have made us hate each other. They made other people hate us, and that's why I'm trying to counter it by saying, hey, look, man, it's cool being a nigga at times. It's cool being us. All we gotta do is we need to let the smart people in know. Nerd.
There is a time and a place for everything. That's what we need to keep in the back of our heads. If everybody in the black community can keep in the back of their head that there is a time and a place for everything, a lot would change. I understand we want to have fun. I understand we want to just kick back and enjoy life. That's great. But there is a time and place for that. It's not always going to be like that. Once you understand that, you start to move better. You start to understand things better. And you understand how people think about you better. Based on how and when you act. Go back 10 seconds.
Hate each other. They made other people hate us, and that's why I'm trying to counter it by saying, hey, look, man, it's cool being a nigga at times. It's cool being us. All we got to do is we need to let the smart people in know. Nerd, lame. Chris Rock has a famous joke. Motherfucker get out of jail, they throw a party. Motherfucker graduate college, they like, so what we supposed to do for you, nigga? You graduated college, nigga?
Yeah, that's another good point too. Breaking those stereotypes, because it's more detrimental for us than actually doing something positive for us. There's nothing wrong with nerds. Understanding that there's a time and place for everything, there ain't gonna be no problem. I'm not gonna be extremely wealthy when I retire, but I'm gonna be good and not need not need nothing. Investing since '99, it works. Don't be reckless. Absolutely, don't be reckless. There's a time and place. I could crash out any time of the day I want. It's easy to crash out, but there's always a time and place. Same thing when I work security. I can flex my power and say, da-da-da-da-da, you can't get in. You can't get in. You can't get in. You can get in, though. No. This is an open establishment. We welcome them with open arms until otherwise. Until they deem otherwise, we can welcome them with open arms. Same thing when you're sitting down in the office. You hate your job. Your job pisses you off. You tired of this. You don't like sitting in this raggedy ass chair for this amount of time, for this amount of hours. But you need that paycheck though. Time and place. Time and place. There's always going to be a time and place to be ratchet. But you can't be ratchet everywhere you go. Time and place. You can be ratchet in the comfort of your own home. You can be ratchet at whatever party that you go to in a certain area, mind you. But don't be ratchet at your work party. Don't be ratchet at your work party now. They're watching you. They're paying attention. If they don't like what they see, gone. Regardless of the environment. It's all about conducting yourself in a certain way. Saying, okay, look, in this environment, I got to move and work this kind of way. That's why we code switch. That's why code switching exists. There's a time and place. Once you understand there's a time and place, you are free to move how you need to move. Not how you want to move, but how you need to move. If you want to be ratchet, you know exactly where to go to be ratchet. That's it. That's it, for real, bro. It's not a difficult concept to understand. It's just that now take that concept and go to social media and literally just look around. Take what y'all learning right now here, go to social media and just look around. That's why the community's crumbling. Ain't nobody is understanding that there is a time and place. That's what it be.
Like, in our community, we've allowed Hollywood to tell us that that's who we are and we behave like it. And it's way more to us than that. And that's what I would say.
That's wild. And it's funny the thing you were saying about the verbiage and making shit look a certain way. Like my Uncle Leo was telling me one time, like, I'm vegan. Oh, plant-based. Be careful, boy, because some is actual plants and some is a plant as in motherfucking a roof and 4 walls.
Yep, exactly.
So it ain't real vegetables.
So it's like, yeah. So for me, it's like, I just to sit back and decide what's best for us. Somebody told me they wanted to ask me how I feel about the Hell record from Kanye. I said this yesterday, but I'll say it again if you want to hear. I think that Kanye is trying to make Hitler and the sign a part of the culture like the N-word is.
It will never work. The sad thing is the world trains us to think money is success. Here it is, but being spiritually healthy holds way more value in the long run. Absolutely. But they want to push a Birkin bag in front of your face. They want to push a Lamborghini in front of your face. Hell, they want to even push a Cybertruck in front of your face. They want to push you things that cost a lot of money in front of your face. But what they keep away from your face is healthy lifestyles, just like spirituality, taking care of yourself internally. Like, they're keeping that away from you, but they're putting this in front of your face. That's a problem. That's a problem, but because everyone's so comfortable with something that's just green, that helps them with purchasing things. You know what? Cool. That's cool. We living good. We got a lot of money, but you sick. That's not right.
So I think that he's saying, because when I saw him give that Drake's man the sign, and he was so happy to have it, like it was a Rockefeller chain. It was like, yo. Yep. So in my mind, he was like, nah, you my dog. He made it a term of endearment. What does that sound like? The N-word. We made it a term of endearment. I think Kanye is trying to fuck with the Jewish community by doing to them what they have always allowed us to do to ourselves. Y'all can say nigga all day and do hype yourselves, but y'all not gonna play with our culture. So Kanye is playing on their culture because they're funding us playing in our culture. So to me, it feels like Kanye is like, I'm gonna get y'all now. Now, what's up, what's up, Hitler? Because now it's like, what's up, my nigga? What's up, my Hitler? I mean, that's what I think he's doing, making it there. But here's the thing, psychologically, what happens when those words don't become as dangerous? They start becoming more dangerous.
Yes.
Because let me explain to you. So
yes,
it's like
he's making it. Oh, I'm glad you went down that route, because he's making it worse. Forget about top 5 because he has no brain cells. He's just happy that he got something from Kanye. What he's doing by using these things, by using these symbols, individuals, whatever, you're making it worse. Anybody can sit there and say, of course, like, yeah, he's trying to do something with it by kind of take the value away from it, trying to take the negative value away from it, but you don't understand. There's so much negativity behind these things that by you parading it around makes it astronomically worse than what it was originally. E40 said a long time ago, don't buy an $85,000 car before you buy a house. Even better, don't buy an $85,000 car before you get some stock at that same value. Even better. Because if you had that stock in there cooking, if you know how stock works, if your stock has been cooking and it's gotten to the point where, the cake is baked, and you take that money out, now you got money for that house. Same way, different direction. Yay, full of shit. Facts. Out here making things worse for us.
They start becoming more dangerous. It's because let me explain to you. So it's like, think about it. It's like now they're playing in our faces. They're playing in those faces. Wearing the chain at a restaurant, like, what you gonna do? It's like they playing in your faces. There will be residue that happens to it, and I don't know what that is to be. But I can say I think that's what he's doing. He's turned, like, it's like you was okay when we had diamonds, when it's other shit, but it's y'all shit that's negative for y'all. Y'all was okay with Nas wearing nigga on the red carpet, but y'all not okay. You see what I'm trying to say? So it's like, by the way, I love that for them. They're protecting their culture. All I'm saying is we should protect ours. Yeah. That's it. It's nothing bad against nobody. It's just that's what it is. What else we got?
Perfect segue right here. It's Pierce Morgan had a girl.
Mark Lamont Hill.
I'm not sure how you say her name. Goddess. However you say her name.
She don't like black.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. I hope y'all are subscribed to RayDaniels. It's nothing but game that you get from this channel. It's literally nothing but game that you get from this channel, bro. That's what I'm saying. I highly recommend. Now, he's not the best with his lives. He's not the best when he goes live because he's still new to the YouTube space. Which is why I say, Justin Hunt should have him on Culture United too. Because he's a powerful... Honestly, out of everybody that Justin Hunt has ever had on Culture United, he's the most powerful one. If he can do something to get him on a live so he can speak, not talk, so he can speak, it will move mountains.
Like people don't
Yeah,
matter.
like, so it ain't fucking matter. She talking about something, she say nigga to people, and they say, well, when do you say it? What makes somebody deserve? She say, whenever I feel like it. I'm like, well, what type of shit is that? But Mark Lamont Hill stopped because I guess.
No, okay, so I watched it. So basically, first of all, Piers Morgan, respect to him. 80% respect to him. Because in the clip where he tells her to say it, he was really just fucking with her. He didn't realize he was fucking with Mark Lamont Hill. So, because she was like, I'm a racist. Yep. So he went off on her. And then he's like, you think you say the word? Say it. My only thing I say about Mark Lamont Hill, only thing I'm going to say, because I saw the clip, I just wish that he didn't sound like the victim. Don't do that. I'm ashamed. He is not going to attack me. I'm a black man. You're trying to tell her to attack me? I hate that that's the route he took. When he could have said, yo, Pierce, before she asked her to say the word, if that was a Jewish person, would you ask them to say a word in front of the Jewish community? That's what I would have done. Like, nonchalantly, not problematically, because they think you're going to be angry. Yo, Pierce, I'll just ask you a quick question, just because for my own sake. Would you ask her to say a...
I don't know what everybody feels about therapy or anything like that, but one thing I notice about all these individuals that go to therapy is that they have their emotions are high. They got high emotions, as if they cannot control their emotions. But y'all sit in front of it. Listen, I have my own gripes. Because I know this can be very dangerous, because there are definitely individuals that do go to therapy. So I want to make sure I make it clear. I want to make this very clear for the average individual that walks on this earth, that chooses to go to therapy. That's where I have to draw the line. That's where I have to draw the line. I'm not doing it for anybody that prefers it, that desires it, that needs it. It's for the average consumer that really walks this life without ever needing it, that chooses to go. They are the ones that have high emotions. I don't understand. You're sitting down with an expert that's there to help you. But when you walk out of those rooms, it's as if it's made it worse. I want to make sure I make that perfectly clear, because I know on YouTube it's a little different here. It's not like out there if I'm in Toronto or anywhere. No. I'm speaking for YouTube. I'm speaking for the average. Not if you have concerns. Not if you have health concerns or anything like that. I'm speaking for the average person. Someone like me. That's what I'm speaking for. Now, I don't go because I take the time to assess myself, environment, and everybody within it. That's what I do. He's a sucker. I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all. His high emotions is the reason why that outcome was not good. It didn't make him look good in his favor. Even though you had all the control in that moment, and you choose to do that. That's what disappoints me about him. You speak high and mighty, no doubt. I've seen some of your speeches, Mark Lamont Hill. I've seen some of your speeches, incredible public speaker. But you let them get you. Not good.
A Jewish derogatory term if a Jewish person's on here? No. Oh, okay. So why are you doing it to me? Right? Rather than be like...
You know what? For context, make sure I go back a couple seconds.
I would have done. Like, nonchalantly, not problematically, because they think you're going to be angry. Yo, Pierce, I'll just ask you a quick question, just because for my own sake. Would you ask her to say a Jewish derogatory term if a Jewish person's on here? No. Oh, okay. So why are you doing it to me? Right? Rather than be like, don't do that to me. That is not fair. And if you doing it to a Jew, and then of course Pierre's like, on that note, I'm gonna end it. You're right. I just wish that he didn't be the victim. That word don't have no power to me. You can say nigga all you want, baby. You saying it from where you're sitting. If you really want to say the word nigga, let me take you to where I'm from and then say it then.
Facts.
No. So why are we messing with them? Why do we care about them? Why are we giving them credit? Dog, have you ever seen the KKK fucking in the black hood?
Never.
You won't.
In fact, I seen there was a news report where 2 people put on KKK robes and walked to a black community and they ass got shot.
Haters in their hood. She's being hateful behind the camera. I wouldn't even give you that. To me, that's a child. That's a child's game. He wants to act out. I'm not gonna give you the platform. So I just hate that Mark Lamont Hill took that. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. And it's like, bro, don't do that. Period. Because you wouldn't do that to nobody. That's what I would say. That's all I would say.
So with that, right?
This nigga boy. This nigga boy. This nigga boy. Phew. Man, this is some high level education right here.
You feel like with Mark Lamont Hill, because he's usually very poised. You think that was a little performative, or he felt like, you know what?
Absolutely performative. And
I just wish he didn't.
I just wish he didn't. By the way, anytime you're on camera, it's performative. Anytime, it's performative, no matter what.
But it's about how you can take control of that moment. It's all like, no matter when that camera goes on, whether you're ready or not, it's a performance right away. It's about how well you can capture that. What I'm doing right now with this reaction, listening, giving my own thoughts, this is me capturing this moment for myself. I'm capturing this to get my point across, to say what I need to say, to speak from here and not from here, to speak from the mind and not the heart, because the mind, this is your muscle, this is your tool, this is your answer. This is where I'm speaking from. What channel is this? The Flexing Mind Network. This is where we at. I'm capturing that moment my way.
So I just wish he didn't. By the way, anytime you're on camera, it's performative. Anytime, it's performative, no matter what. No matter what. So for me, it's like, I don't even understand why people get on that. Like, it's like, Mark, I just wish he wasn't the victim in that moment. I saw it. I just wish that he wasn't the victim. I just wish he was like, hey, don't play with me. Don't play with me because you won't play with them.
Yeah. And the irony.
And if you play with me, okay, cool. Now I know who you are. And if he would have did, I would say, see, black people.
Facts, Tiff.
Don't play with me. Don't play with me because you won't play with them.
Yeah. And the irony.
And if you play with me, okay, cool. Now I know who you are. And if he would have did, I would say, see, black people, Pierce Morgan doesn't have any respect for us.
Yeah, and you see, old boy, you know that's one.
Yeah, from that
Kendrick was talking about.
Fresh and Fit.
You see what I'm saying? So
who was
like,
talking about?
When Kendrick said, "Don't let nobody talk about a black woman that's law," he talking about a word right there from Fresh and Fit.
The guy from Fresh and Fit.
Yeah. So in that moment, Mark Lamont was like, bro.
What I don't understand is why do people like the guy from Fresh and Fit podcast? Why do they give them an opportunity to say what you know they're gonna say? That's what I don't get, right? So it's like, and by the way, the guy from Fresh and Fit podcast, I've seen him talk. He's right about 85% of the time. It's just he knows that he can say it in a way that would get under your skin.
Yes.
And that's what he's doing. So to me, I see him more like a troll than I see him as a personality. He's saying what he needs to be said. He's exaggerating the character, if you will.
Stick with that.
Okay.
Right? Is troll the new word for shock jock? It's a difference.
Nah, shock jock is more radio.
Okay.
Troll is just everywhere people are. But yeah, he's a troll. Like, he's a troll. I saw him on another show. He feels like what he feel about women. I just don't understand why people are giving him a platform. Like, to me, someone should ask Pierce Morgan.
No. They're using him because of his platform. So by giving him space on other platforms, say for example, if he was to come here, that's not happening. But say if he was to come here, I'm simply using his platform to boost that platform, or to boost my platform, sorry. So I'm using Fresh and Fit, say for example, Fresh and Fit and the Flex My Network collabing together. Never gonna happen. But imagine that. They collab. and I agree with it or whatever. I'm basically using his platform. If I was to go live on his, if I was going live on his channel to promote this platform, I'm using his platform to boost my platform. That's what they're doing. That's why they keep breaking bread with him. That's why they keep doing business with him. Because they're trying to boost their own platform by using his platform. That's why.
I don't understand why people are giving him a platform. Like, to me, someone should ask Piers Morgan, why are you allowing this guy who says these things about women to be on your podcast?
Facts.
That's what I would be thinking about right now. Like, to me, it's like guys like him. To me, I don't understand why we give them such a credit. Like, and he don't bother me. I mean, he's 85% right. The 15% he's wrong. But the reason why he's 100% wrong is because of how he delivers it.
What did I say? I didn't stop the video, but I said delivery. I said delivery. It's how he delivers his points. You can be 85% right all the time, but be 100% wrong in every moment. Your delivery matters, especially when you sit down with all those women. Some of them might understand what you're saying. Some of them don't even comprehend what you're saying. So you got to deliver it in a way for them to understand. But it's up to them to take the time to stop talking and listen, because I'm familiar with the show. I seen the reels. I seen the kind of behaviors that are there in that room, so it's stress. But that's what you get for inviting those individuals onto your show. That's what it is.
I don't understand why we give them such a credit. Like, and he don't bother me. I mean, he's 85% right. The 15% he's wrong. But the reason why he's 100% wrong is because of how he delivers it. Like, if you listen, bro, if you like light-skinned women over dark-skinned women, that's your opinion.
Right.
That's cool. That's what I like. Nobody should have a problem with that. But you can't, most men, because it's like now that's the getting under people's skin. Everybody should have a right to have their preference. Yeah. Everybody has a right to have their preference, right? True. You a fucking vegan, that's your preference. Yeah. Everybody has a right. So he have a right, but the giving him a platform thing is, Piers should fire some people on his team because you shouldn't have had him on there. Because all he wants to do is get under the skin of black women.
Right.
He doesn't get under the skin of no other woman besides black women.
Right.
Which I think be some hurt shit.
Which is that's the vindictive, hateful part of what he does. Yeah. I love to argue with the nigga though, because to me, he's right. He's right 85% of the time. But he's being disrespectful purposely to get. He's performing to get the response. And don't go wrong, he get it. But to me, as a real man, it's like I don't think I might be performative because I'm a talker. That's when you talk, you can't just talk like Ben Stein and like this because people will never pay attention to you when you talk. So you have to be sort of performative. I get it. So I understand it, but I think I'm good enough to do it without having to hurt somebody. Because even when I talk, I don't have hate for anybody. Yeah. I can imagine it. It's like I just want to see us all win and do well. Yeah.
I saved that text when I started working for you. You sent me that text that time. I saved it where you was like, frame something. We're gonna be edgy. You feel me? And it's like, but we not gonna be disrespectful, and I love that because it's like some people they be disrespectful, unlike you.
That's what I'm saying. If you got a problem with something somebody said,
you got that Kevin Samuels look going on. Don't kill me.
You could easily just say, "Hey, I don't agree with this guy," but you'll be like, "Poof, listen to this fucking clown." It's like you had to disrespect them just because you. That's my only issue with the world, and I'll never do that. That's why I can never have beef on the internet, because it's like I'm never gonna say nothing disrespectful.
Hey, OT, by the way, I ain't gonna lie to you. This dude right here is an industry legend. So I highly recommend subscribing to dude. I highly recommend you subscribe to dude, because I ain't gonna lie, you might learn something from dude. Because I watch his videos to learn from him. Same way when I watch maybe Joe Budden podcast for their music takes and their insight in the industry. Who else? When I watch Wayno on his takes. So I'm watching him to see his takes on different things, from labels to artists, everything. So I highly recommend you subscribe. I ain't gonna lie. You might learn something from him for real. His name is RayDaniels. He used to work heavily in the music industry, but he quit to do his own shit.
Respectful about anyone. Now, I might tell you why I don't like you personally, but I'm not trying to turn the world on you. I don't like you because you did this to me. But outside of that, Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What else we got?
It's a perfect segue because we looking at like with shows with TV. A lot of people now see Breakfast Club. They got their success, but before all of that, we had 106. So 106, 25-year anniversary. I just flat out would love to hear your thoughts. Why it took this long for something like that to come back up in the way you would have presented it to the world?
Because I think so when all the video shows went away like 15 years ago, right? I remember going to one of my OGs and I was like, why they don't bring 106 in Park back? And he said, he was like, because where you had to wait till 6 p.m.
I don't know about y'all. They might have changed the concept towards 106, but I don't think 106 in Park is going to work unless the music really changes, or they're going to shed some light on some artists out there that a lot of people don't know about. That's one thing 106 in Park did, but it was still a countdown show. It was still a top 10 countdown show through music videos. So I'm interested in seeing what they're going to do, but I don't think it's going to work if they're going to dive into the kind of music that all the people on TikTok like. It's not going to work.
To watch a video, you can watch any video at any time, 24/7. So it's like, why put the videos on TV when people can watch it when they want to, right? But I think that was a big mistake, though, because I think that was our town hall. That was our fellowship. That was when we all got in the room. That's when you could hear the boos. You could see the faces, right? When people diss me on the internet, most of the time people say disrespectful stuff. They don't even have a picture on their page. Or it's a picture and it's private. So to me, I think that they underestimated the power of getting people in the room and then having a camera there.
Got you.
Like 106 in Park could have been so big, so dope, so everything, but I think that this is what, let me tell y'all what happens to a lot of people. Let me just give y'all some game. Look at the camera for this. A lot of people get tricked out of their position.
Ooh.
What does tricked out of your position mean? I'm gonna go to like the easiest case. You live in the hood. I lived in the hood. When you live in the hood, you think the hood is not worth anything. Fuck these blocks. You throw glass on the floor, broken glass everywhere. People pissing on the street. They're like, they just don't care. That's how we treat the hood, right? So we treat it like it's nothing, right? And then here comes one person with an idea to
and they gentrify that bitch.
Gentrify it.
Oh, I beat him to it. Hold on, let me back it up a little bit.
We're pissing on the street. They're like, they just don't care. That's how we treat the hood, right? So we treat it like it's nothing, right? And then here comes one person with an idea to gentrify it. And now its value is up all of a sudden. We got tricked out of our position. The value was always up. It was just you bought into the image they had of you and you played into that image so they can eventually watch you running into the ground, kill each other, hurt your family so they could come in and buy it all again and send y'all somewhere else. And
they're buying it at low value. Speaking towards the hoods. They're buying everything at low value and upping that value by all the renovations and everything in those hoods. It's like stock. Buy low, sell high. That's how they be doing it.
To me, I say this, do not get tricked out of your position. Getting tricked out of your position is when they tell you the seat you're sitting in is not a good seat for you or for anyone. For you to get up so they could get in it. That's what's happening to everybody right now.
Yeah, I think that when it comes to like pride, right? And I ain't gonna cap. I do feel a different sense working for you, but I look at it like, bro, if you somewhere, bro, hey, pick some shit up, sweep some shit, like treat it like your own because at the end of the day,
take pride in your shit.
Too many of us can say we somewhere where, damn, it's one of us. You feel me? So it's just kind of like,
bro, if I'm in a car with somebody and they throw trash out the car, litter, hey, and don't ever do that again. That's it. Like, it's like, you shouldn't do that, period. Like, just simple shit. Like, show, if you appreciate what you have will eventually show you the appreciation back. Ooh. And if you run it into the ground, eventually it's going to die and something else is going to come, have to build up that's not yours because you ran that into the ground. So my thing is don't get tricked out of your position.
Damn, what's good, TT? Damn, that was good. Damn, that was good. Come on now. When you come to the Flexing My Network, I got you, bro. I'm going to put you on to all kinds of things out here, man. Man, that was a good conversation. That was a really good conversation. Wow. Like, every time I tap in, every time I click a video from him and I see the title, I'm like, this could be a really good conversation. It doesn't disappoint. It never disappoints. I'm always learning something. Every video I watch from dude, I might have to watch this over again so I can kind of retain what I learned. This video is so good. This video is 18 minutes long. I'm still recording. The time is 50 minutes, 50. There's so much been talked about in this. I'm glad I clicked on this video, man. I'm glad I clicked on this video. This is good. This was really, really good. Salute. Salute RayDaniels, bro. This was incredible. I'm glad he made a YouTube page. I'm really glad. Really, really glad. I'm very impressed with this video.